G'day, it's Mindy here from Working Bull, bringing you another weekly update of country music news both in Australia and internationally as well. First of all, wanting to look at new albums that have hit the stores over the last week. The Wolf Brothers released their new album, This Crazy Life, which makes it the third studio album for these boys. And Dan and Shay from America released their album, Obsessed. New music videos from Sam Hunt for his single For the Summer single, if that makes sense. And then we also had Jason Aldean release his video for Lights Come On. And the one that I watched on the weekend was one where he talked about the song as well throughout the video clip, which just to me adds that extra level of depth to the video and gives more meaning to the single as well, and makes it a bit more personable. So if you haven't seen it, check it out on Jason Aldean's YouTube channel. It's a really good video. Looking at the ARIA top 10 for the week, Keith Urban maintained his #1 position with his album Ripcord. Graham Connors come in #2 with his greatest hits and a few new singles as well with 60 Summers. And Dierks Bentley with his new album Black appeared at #3. So he's kind of competing with some big names in Australia at the moment, but great to see him come in the top 5. We've also got Travis Collins holding on to that #10 position tightly with his album Hard Lights. Looking at who is on tour this weekend as well, we've got a fair few artists touring throughout Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and the Northern Territory. So let's look at Queensland first because they won the State of Origin and I'm a Queenslander. So Melinda Schneider is currently on tour with the Doris Day tour, so Rockhampton, Mackay and Cairns. Luke O'Shea is doing a Cooktown Festival. Georgia Falls is at the Beerwah Hotel, and Elise Simmons and Paul Costa are appearing at the Country Music Stampede in Maryborough. John Williamson also is doing his annual Hinterland Property concerts over the weekend, but both days are sold out, so you really have to get in quickly for those concerts from John. In New South Wales, Lee Kernaghan, the Wolf Brothers and Christy Lamb continue their Spirit of the Anzac. I don't think they have many shows left, so they're around that Sydney area, Dapto, North Sydney and a few other places as well. Kayleen's Rain is at Crow's Nest and Camden. Drew McAllister is playing at Roddy Hill and Troy Kemp is playing at the Greens. I have to really focus not to say McAllister Kemp, so the single, separate locations, Drew McAllister at Roddy Hill and Troy Kemp at the Greens. In Victoria, they've got the Alexandra Truck and Rod Show, I think it is, in rural Victoria. And Adam Harvey and Simply Bush are playing there. And then we've got Fanny Lumsden up at the top end in Darwin. So she's just gone from Tasmania to Darwin. So yeah, she's there for this weekend and then she heads back, I suppose. Looking at upcoming festivals, so we've got the Broadbeach Country Music Festival, not this weekend, next weekend, the 17th to the 19th of June, and that's a free festival. We've got the Birdsville Big Red Bash on, which is sold out, that's at the beginning of July, and also the Hats Off to Country in Tamworth, which is like a mini festival, half-yearly festival, I suppose you could say, and that is on again the beginning of July, around the 9th or something like that. Now also announced yesterday, which was pretty exciting, is the Wolf Brothers are doing a national tour for their This Is Crazy album. They're doing it with CMC and treating it like a mini festival, so they've got a few other artists traveling with them, and that includes Caitlin Shadbolt, Christy Lamb, Troy Kemp and Craig Heath, and they've got about 8 shows throughout Australia, and I think the furthest north that they come in is Toowoomba, the Gold Coast. So make sure you check out those dates on the Wolf Brothers website and book in quickly, because I guess that will sell out quite quickly. Upcoming albums. Now earlier this week or last week I should say, Troy Cassar-Daley announced the dates for his book and album of the same name, Things I Carry Around, which is really exciting. So Troy's been penning for a while for this book and hinted at it back in April at the Urban Country Music Festival, and that is released later this year in August. I think the album's released at the Gympie Music Muster, and then the book's released a few days later at various bookstores in Queensland and New South Wales, possibly Victoria. Anyway, I'll pop a link on for that one there to go and read up on that one there, because I think that'll be quite exciting. So all about his upbringing, his life, his hard slog to get to where he is as one of Australia's most known country music artists. And I suppose it inspired him a little bit, and he's created an album as well. Award ceremonies. This week is the CMT Awards over in Nashville. It's a very heavy video-based awards and has a lot to do with that CMT show that we don't get over here in Australia. So there's a general video award, which is about 12 artists nominated for that one there, and then they break it down into female video, male video, group or duo video, and then performances. So if they've appeared like on one of those CMT Crossroads or a CMT Jam session or something like that, then they're nominated for an award there. But we'll keep you up to date. I think we will get it in Australia on Thursday, because it's Wednesday night over there. So I'll keep you up to date and give you a bit of a rundown next week on who walked away with a trophy there. I think Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan are playing, so we should see some good performance clips on social media after that event. But that's all from me this week. So I hope you all have a great weekend and have fun listening to some country music. Thanks. Have a good week. Bye.